Well, everybody kind of knows you, but go ahead, say
Yeah,
it.
I'm Mike, Madden YouTuber, and yeah, I'm gonna stop doing that.
Now, you've got an insane channel that you've built. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that 156,000 subs. I've been doing this 7 years. Haven't gotten to that number. I haven't gotten to 100K even. So why are you stopping? I guess is the biggest question.
You know, for me, it's like I've been thinking about this, next step for a really, really long time. And honestly, I know you probably want to hear me say, I'm stopping because, Madden fucking sucks and fuck EA and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, it really has nothing to do with this. Like, it has nothing to do with
Really?
how bad the game is or how bad mud is or whatever. It's just something that I want to do, and something that I've wanted to do for a while. And, I feel like, with this whole YouTube thing, for the longest time, I did this, and I had this like insane passion to just wake up every day and make a fantastic video. Edit a new video, find different effects, find different random stuff, just kind of like perfect my craft. Really, just every day trying to get better. And over the last, I would say maybe a year or so, less and less I've wanted to do that. And I got to a point where, I was talking with my family about, oh, hey, do I want to go do this? Do I not want to go do this? And so many times I've talked with, people that I know about wanting to do this, and then I sleep on it, and then I wake up and I go, let's go play some Madden. Let's go play some Madden. Let's go make a video today. And one day, I was talking about really wanting to do this, and I slept on it, and I woke up and I was like, damn, kind of still really want to do it. I kind of still really want to pursue this. And so I was like, fuck it. Let's just go for it. Like, life is short. If there's something that you want to do, you should do it. And, if you put your mind to something, like in something like this, you just got to do it.
Yeah, I feel that. But okay, I got a question for you. And there's a lot to talk about there. Oh shoot, let me turn off my noties. They're going kind of crazy. Well, not crazy, just one of them did. But why a lawyer?
Oh, well, if you knew me personally, it would make a lot more sense. There's a lot of reasons why. I guess the main reason is like that's kind of like my family, like that's how everyone is. So my mom's a lawyer. She was a prosecutor for the state of Missouri for like the first part of her career, and then she moved into private practice. My brother is currently law school. My cousin's in law school. I have an uncle on my dad's side who's a lawyer. I have an uncle on my mom's side who's a lawyer. So it's just kind of something that our family does. And it's always something that was in the plans for me, something that I've always really, really wanted to do. But there was just some things that happened to me in high school that made me stop considering that for a really long time. And then over the years, I kind of got myself back a little bit, and I started considering it more and more.
What do you mean by that? Getting yourself back?
Like, so I guess the people that have followed me for a while know that I used to play football, and I was like, when I played football, I don't even know how the right way to say this. I was like a very for a while I was pretty good, and then at the time when the kids are 15, 16 years old, they go through their growth spurts, they get bigger, they go through puberty, they get muscles, all this, that, and the third. Well, me, it just took me a billion years for that to happen. So I was like a midget pretty much, with no meat on my bones whatsoever, like senior in high school, 5'8", 145 pounds. And my coaches thought, what's the best position for Mike to play, because for a while I played outside linebacker, pass rusher, and they thought, let's put him on the D line. And we switched our schemes one year, and we were running like, I think it was like a 3-4 bear or something to that effect. And they had me play nose tackle for a while, and I was a 5'7", 135 pound individual playing nose tackle. And when I tell you, my clock got cleaned, as Mr. Mazematic likes to say. I mean, I got fucked up. I'll be honest with you. I had so many concussions for a
At
couple
nose?
years that I actually had a thing called post-concussive syndrome for like about 2.5 years, where it was
Jeez.
a constant. It's pretty much like a constant concussion for as long as you have that syndrome. Um, and for like 2 years, I want to say it's the most politically correct way, but I was I was slow mentally. Like you get messed up when you have those concussions, and it really really messes with your head. And because I was so slow, it was really hard for me in school. Like my freshman and sophomore year of high school, it was really really hard for me. Like uh I consider myself like a decently intelligent individual now, but those years was really difficult. And I, the plan was always, go law school, this, that, and the third. And when those years happened, I was like, there's no way. I can't do this. Like, it won't be possible. I'm out here, studying as a freshman in high school for 3 months for a final. It's like, dude, no one does that. It was so hard for me to learn. And so that kind of got out of the equation, and I stopped thinking about doing that. And over the years, school got easier and easier, and then when I got into college, I mean, I think I got pretty much myself back in full force, and it became like 1,000,000,000% easier. Like I was getting, A's, B's, pretty much all around, doing really really well, as opposed to in the years that I struggled, it was bad. It was bad. So that's why I had not considered it for a little bit, and as I got myself back, which is kind of what I was referring to, I realized that it was a possibility that I could do it. I'm smart enough to get to that point now. So yeah, if that kind of answers that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like somebody in chat earlier said, every single lawyer they speak to says not to do it. So you talk to your brother in law school, and he's like, "Yeah, man, this rocks. Come on." Like, what did he say?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, when you're in this type of situation and you're studying for law school, I think sweeping statements like that, where it's kind of hard for me to, react and say, "Yep, that's the case," or "No, that's not the case." What I'll say is, it's like, it should be very obvious whether you'll like something or not. If you're thinking to yourself, I might not like being a lawyer, well, then you probably won't like it. If you think it's something that, you want to try out and you want to look into, well, then maybe look into it. Go and sit in a case in a courtroom, and,
Yeah,
maybe.
but that's the exciting part of lawyering. Like arguing in front of a judge or talking, like, isn't that the good part? Like, it's not. It's the paperwork behind the scenes that sucks.
Well,
Like,
it all depends on what type of law you want to get into. So there's certain types of
True.
lawyers that literally don't face a judge or a jury pretty much ever. And they're all the behind the scenes stuff, and that's a very large majority of lawyering. And then there's, the lawyering that everyone thinks of, like a criminal defense lawyer, or prosecution, or whatever it may be. And those are the people that, work the cases, like the Rittenhouse case that's going on right now.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
people think of.
I get everything. So, like, somebody says, Strategy Dude says, my brother had a shit ton of concussions, including passing out in a ditch walking home from high school full of practice. He went on to be a federal judge. So, that's kind of cool. There's, like, many people overcoming that kind of, like, injury that you had, but, and, succeeding and doing well in life. So, I mean, I wish you all the success. I'm just trying to get inside your mind. Like, if your YouTube channel, all right, so I'm looking back at your old videos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If your YouTube channel was getting like 50K a video right now, would you be considering the same thing?
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it has nothing to do with my YouTube channel. Like it really doesn't. Like,
Really?
yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not gonna sit here and I don't want to brag, but like the last month that I had was the best financial month that I've ever had ever. So
Really?
yeah, no, my AdSense was insane, and for the longest time, I was such a YouTube noob that I did not understand that you could put a mid-roll ad in a video, or what the point of a 10-minute video was, until Madden 20. I would just make YouTube videos because that's all I cared about. So like AdSense wise, I had no idea what I was doing.
You got some insane numbers in Madden 20. I was looking at it.
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, look at my numbers in some of my stuff in Madden 17, and Madden 18. I had months where I had almost 2 million views, multiple months. So I I didn't really understand all that stuff. But like I said, yeah, it has nothing to do with my YouTube channel. It's just something that I've wanted to do for a while. And I don't want to say, you know, doing YouTube is easy, because it's most definitely not. It is extremely difficult. Mentally is the most difficult thing that it is. But I could very easily just say, nah, I don't want to study for the LSAT. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to give up the amount of money that I would make in November and December, and you know how much that is. I don't want to give that up. I'm just gonna sit here and make YouTube videos every day and play Madden. You know, that's a very easy decision for me, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to pursue this, and this is something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, and I'm just gonna go for it. You know, it's like I said, it's something that I see myself doing in the future, and I don't know. I can't quite see myself in this Madden space in, you know, 5, 6, 7 years. Now, could it be possible? Sure. You know, you never know how you know, Madden and YouTube could work, but it's just not really something that I was looking at myself doing. I could definitely see myself in this other space.
Yeah, that like. I mean, you can like the barrier to entry on, you know, making YouTube videos is low, especially because you already have the knowledge on how to do it. So you can, it's always there for you. Like, do you think you're gonna regret giving up the game, right? Giving up the YouTube? Because like I've seen people take like breaks and then try and come back, and then it's just not there because the audience has kind of moved on. You're not in their like habits anymore, or whatever. They've gotten old. They've moved on for the game, whatever it is. Like, do you, like, being a lawyer, like, I came from the bureaucracy into the YouTube scene and into the Twitch streaming stuff, and I do not want to go back, which is why I'm, like, grilling you right now, like you're on the stand. But, like, do you think that you're gonna have the same regret that you are right now, but for, like, you know, the other way in a few years?
No, I think I would have regret if I didn't go after this law school thing. I do. It's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. It's something that the only reason why I didn't do it was because of my YouTube and because of the burning passion that I had for YouTube and making fun YouTube videos and playing Madden and this, that, and the third. And that passion has died down, you know, in the slightest. You know, I still have it. You know, I still play Madden, right? I mean, I still want to make YouTube videos, but the thing is just my excitement for something else has it you know, it's more. And so that's really what I'm really locked in on, and it's just something that I really wanted to do for a while. It's
so you're saying you haven't really lost the passion for Madden?
No, not at all. No, I just played 25 games in Weekend League last weekend. Yeah, no, not at all.
Are you psycho?
No, dude, I've said this before, right? I've said this before. You know, and you know this because you've been in the YouTube scene for a while ago, maybe, you know, 3, 4 years ago, Madden YouTube was really popping off. And there was a lot of people, you know, in the Madden scene, right? And they were posting a lot of Madden videos, and they did not really like to play Madden. They might not have been the best. They might not have dedicated the most amount of time to it. And, you know, we all know that, you know, who those people are. You know, they really didn't care about the game, really. They were just in it for the views and for the money. I have always been a Madden nerd. Like, I just play the shit out the game. Like, I have a problem sometimes with playing the game too much to where I can't actually get a video out. It's like, bro, stop playing the game. Make the fucking video. And that's just how it is. You know, I love the NFL. I've always loved the cat and mouse, the strategy game of Madden Ultimate Team, and I think I'll love it for a really, really long time. I mean, that's just, it is what it is.
Yeah. There's some interesting comments in chat. First one from Scummo. Flyke might quit, went to school, hated school, and now doing better on YouTube than ever. So yeah, like Flyke Mike's, you know, he covered like NBA drama and stuff, and he's doing incredible with that. So like I said earlier, you're right. Like, the path back is still there. Like, if you go get your law degree, get into the grind, spend a couple years there, like, wow, this sucks, and then decide, like, you know what? I actually still am playing Madden. And I've been through this grind. I've got my law degree. I've got that piece of paper. I've shown that I can do it. Now I kind of want to go back or move on to the next challenge in your life. So that's interesting to see that you haven't burned out, because so many of those creators that, like, you talk about, like, doing well on Madden on YouTube and everything, posting videos, they've burned out because they hate the game. Like, I know plenty of people just hate fucking playing the game. So it's interesting to see it from your side that it's not the game's fault. It's just your, like, you know, family and your internal, like wants have changed.
Yeah,
Because
that's all it is.
Yeah. So, you're gonna lose a lot of video game time in law school. And then Mystic had another one. He said, "Chase your dreams, Mike. Madden is temporary, but putting bitches away is forever."
That's funny. That's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah, and then you could be the lawyer that helps take down a lot of the EA shenanigans or something. Yeah. What else? I was gonna talk about something else. Like, and the thing is, like, when you go back to old play, like even players that have passion, like, it's kind of crazy to see you still have the passion for Madden because, like, people talk about Madden nowadays being worse than what it was, but we've always had creator burnout, like large creators, like from Addy Cards back in 15. Like, and that was people consider like the old Madden now, and so he was burned out of that. We've lost a lot of people. A lot of people have taken time off. We lost Chewy this year. Walker, he hates the game, right? Walker's a classic, like just hates playing it now. So like, if you came back to YouTube, would you go right back into Madden content?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'll come back. I don't think I will. Like, I think this was a incredible chapter of my life. I decided I wanted to kind of be serious with this, halfway through college, finished college, got my degree, and really went, in for, 3 years or so. I live with some people in the Madden community. I made a lot of really great videos with a lot of other people, and I feel like I made a lot of videos that I really liked and I thought were funny or good or entertaining or whatever it may be. And I don't see myself coming back. And it's not like there's like I said, there's really no like burning desire to come back at all. Like, you're like, oh, are you gonna come back to this, whatever? And I know Scomo said, Flight Mike, stop going to school, to dental school, because I know that's where he went and he came back and he's running the game. I'm just in a scenario where like that doesn't interest me. It just doesn't. I don't know what else to say other than like this is not. Like, I'm not like an internet type guy. Like being online and kind of like living my professional career through the internet, that's like not a thing that I really like to do. Just mentally, it's not really a thing that it's. I don't know. It's just not something I really like to do. But that's just how this ended up being.
Yeah. And yeah, that's strange. I fucking love it. It's crazy how different we are. Like, going on and like driving in to work. Oh man, that shit drained. And like, so.
I mean, the grass is always greener. That's what I'll say.
Yeah. But the thing is, I've been on both grasses.
I have too. I mean, I'm 26. I've had real jobs, like real ass jobs where I drive into work, desk jobs, whatever. Like, I've had that, and it sucks. But like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's just, I think people a lot of the time wish, that they have something that is not what they currently have. That's probably a very, long-winded way of saying grass is always greener. But it's just, my life is a lot more important than my job. But my job is something that I do care about. And if it's not something I want to do and I want to do something else, then that's what I'll do. I'll change my job. And that's how I've operated my entire life, and it's worked so far.
Hell yeah. Yeah, like, Panthers in the chat. It's like, Mike Mac, have fun in law school. I'm going in my last semester. Not going to lie, it's living hell, but in the end, worth it in the end, I hope. My best advice is do not listen to compare yourself to your classmates. Do what works for you. Best of lucks. Well said, Panther. So
thank you, Panthers.
It's gonna be tough 3 years. You're gonna be going through hell just like Panthers is now, and you're gonna be watching me and ScoMo just fucking like ripping packs and having fun. You're like, son of a bitch, and I'm gonna be laughing at you. But no, I am happy for you, Mike. I just wanted to give you a little crap there. That's cool. I'm glad that you're chasing your passion, and it's not necessarily the game that's driven you away like so many others, but that's actually really refreshing to hear that just one passion has replaced another in your life, and I think that's like the dream, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's really all that it is. I'm still in a lot of Twitch streams. I mean, your Twitch stream all the time. I'm not gonna list everyone that I'm in because I know I'm gonna forget somebody, but I still am involved in the Madden community. And you were saying, in 5 years I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna see you and ScoMo pulling packs, and I'm gonna be like, fuck, I wish that was me. But the thing is, bro, that probably still will be me. I just won't be posting it. I'll probably still be playing Madden. Like that's the thing is this game is not something that I only do because of YouTube. I play the game like I do. There's a reason why I decided to like go no money spent and absolutely kill myself grinding for the most pointless things because I enjoy that. I just do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, being a Madden nerd really helps with the Madden grind. So yeah, you'll be able to use your law money on packs now, but it won't be able. The thing is, you can still make content like once in a while, so that way you can write it off in your taxes. Boom, double whammy. JC Steele's offered some advice. He's a lawyer too. Go to the highest rated law school you can get into. It drastically impacts your job prospects. If you get into a good law school, you don't have to do as well in law school to land a good job. Just my 2 cents. Hell yeah, dude. So that's interesting tip about law school. Panthers T100. Okay. Yeah, like so. How did like all right, the YouTuber house. I kind of want to get the lowdown on that. How did that like? What went down there? Like why'd y'all like? You guys didn't really make a ton of YouTube videos together. Did that sap a little bit of a passion for the YouTube going forward too?
No, I'll be honest with you. We were all just idiots. I'm gonna be honest with you. We were all just like absolutely like. So, we were down there. The people that were in the house, for people that didn't know, it was me. It was Wheels. It was Victionary HD, and it was my brother. And my brother was in his final year of college at Rhodes down in Memphis, Tennessee. And he was at the time, pretty much right when we got into the house, decided he was gonna go to law school. So he was studying to take the LSAT. So he was really busy with a lot of that stuff. And honestly, we all just didn't really like. We were all so excited to live in a house together and to bounce ideas off of each other and be in each other's videos. And believe it or not, we did actually make a lot of videos together. It was just not organized the same way that a lot of these new like group houses are doing it, where they have their own channel and they do videos like that. I was in Vic's videos all the time in Madden 19. You can go back and look at the early Madden 19 videos. I was in a lot of them. He was in a lot of my videos. I was in a lot of Wheels' videos. We were in each other's streams all the time. And we hung out all the time, and it was honestly a really great time. But the only reason why all this stuff, why we didn't end up getting a house after that was, so pretty much everyone really just decided that we were like gonna go back home to like save up money, or I don't even remember what the exact main reasons were. But I was like 23 at the time. That was my first year that I had gone full-time YouTube. And at that time, I was not getting any views at all. And I didn't understand how to make money with AdSense really. And so I was,
You didn't ask one of them?
Well, no, I did. And that's how I learned.
Oh, okay.
It was like, it was in December when Vic told me how to put a mid-roll ad and why you should make a 10-minute video. And because I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know like why that was important or whatever. But I mean, we all made videos together, but at the end of the day, I think so pretty much what was gonna happen was we were potentially gonna get a house down in Texas, and then and again, I might be mistaking some of these details a little bit, but I know that ended up not happening because of another YouTuber. Like, we just couldn't really nail down the details. So then that didn't happen, and then I was like, my brother was going to move back to St. Louis to go to law school. He goes to SLU Law right now. So I was like, okay, so he's going to go back there. I was like, okay, if I go back there, we could get a house, right? And I could have one of those two guys come back, with me, and we could still do this YouTuber house. Well, I want to say after the Texas thing didn't work, Wheels was like, I kind of want to just go back to Florida, save up some money. And that was a great idea. So I was like, definitely go for that 100%. And then Vic was planning on potentially getting a house with Texas, I think, but then that ended up not happening. And then Vic met a girl that he met a girl from like a trip out in Vegas, and then they started dating, and then he moved back to North Carolina, I want to say, and I think she was with him. I'm not exactly sure. So we just kind of all went our separate ways. No real bad reason, just kind of the way life works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, it's a little less interesting than you hope to hear, right? You want some big drama, like you I don't know, boned like one of the girls that they were chasing or something, and there was big drama went down. It was like the real house husbands of Madden type shit going down. So it's disappointing. But hey, it is cool that you're not afraid to give it up, because you've got a lot. Like almost 0% of people on the grind get to where you're at. So leaving out of like a position of strength, that's tough. And I'm glad, like Skoma said earlier in the stream there, like a lot of people don't have the, I guess, will to leave jobs because they're afraid. But that's cool that you're not afraid. You ain't never scared.
Yeah, I was afraid for like 2 years, and that's why I never did it. But I got to that point where, I really wanted to pursue it, and just said fuck it.
Yeah. So somebody in chat said, Mike, you just went full-time streamer like a month ago. What's changed in the last month?
Nothing really. I mean, I still love streaming. I actually think that I thought that I had more of a future in streaming than I did in YouTube. Because YouTube, especially in the Madden scene, I mean, fuck. The way I do my Madden videos, there's no point. There's just really no point in spending as much time as I do. I should just put out, really basic videos and
what do you mean?
Well, like, I'll spend, 5 hours on a YouTube video editing it myself, doing my thumbnail, blah, blah, blah. There's really no reason for me to spend the time. I should just, honestly, I should stream, and then I should rip the stuff from my stream, have it, like, edited by somebody for, X amount of dollars, pay someone to make a thumbnail, really not even, like, just get that shit all done. That makes more monetary sense, and it's also a lot easier, and then I could spend all my time streaming. So that was honestly something that I was considering doing for because just the way the Madden scene works. And I'm not saying that's good or bad, I'm just saying that's how it is. So it just would make more sense for me to do it like that.
Couldn't you
to take in
couldn't you do the same thing with YouTube and pay an editor for it?
What do you mean? I didn't really catch that second part.
Oh, couldn't you pay you didn't have to stream to pay an editor to edit your videos?
Yeah, I know, but the point is like you kill two birds with one stone, right? If I'm streaming for 10 hours a day and I have 10 hours of content that I can use, I can send that to an editor and have him edit something up, get an entire video done, pay someone to make a thumbnail. I'm literally not touching the process whatsoever of my YouTube video. And boom, I have a YouTube video that I can put a coin sponsor intro on, that I can put different ad rolls on, different sponsorships that I might have, and make a ton of money doing, almost nothing, and really just focusing on streaming. So that's really what I was considering doing. That's just not really why I started YouTube. I don't really like to do that. There's a reason why, throughout the, 4 or 5 years that I've been, really harping on this YouTube thing, that I've edited every video all myself and done every thumbnail myself and done all that stuff myself, because I like to do that. And you take that aspect away, it's like, well, then why am I even doing this?
Okay. Like, it still doesn't answer the question about if you want your YouTube video. So, like, you only want it, like, the reason you have passion is because you have the hands-on feeling of editing the video?
Yeah, like, I like the creation. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than, like, I enjoyed recording a video. As I'm recording the video, I'm thinking about, oh shit, that was a nasty hit stick. I'm about to do this editing effect right here, and I'm thinking of that in my head as I'm recording it. Like that. That's the reason why I like doing it. And I make the product. I get the episode out. It's like a little mini movie. I put it out there, and I'm excited to see what people say about it. That's the reason why I literally started this whole thing back in the day. And I had been doing videos on other random ass shit for nobody before, YouTube was really even a thing. And then YouTube became a thing. I was like, shit, this sports game is a thing. Let me start doing this Madden stuff. But the moment I take that away, it's just like, it's not even like the reason why I started this. And that's not necessarily the reason why I would stop doing YouTube, but it's just, that was something that I didn't really want to do.
It's insane how different we are with this shit. Like, editing, I fucking hate that part of it, right? I like the information. I like, playing the game. I like the analysis part. But I fuck that, like, putting the time to edit. Like, if something happens, like, I'll remember it, maybe make a note. I try and just remember it. And then I'll send it over to an editor. Well, the fake Gut Fox too. And I'll be like, hey, can you add this as the intro, or like can you do that? Like I'll add my own notes afterwards, and then try and let them know about it, and then they take care of the member. That's interesting. Like it's so great. Like the way you and I look at things, it's so funny to see the diametrically opposed viewpoint to myself, right? Like we've both been through, like I was in the bureaucracy for a while. You said you had the office jobs and you want to go back to it. I'm like, if I go back to an office job, I think I've failed in my life. Right, that's my viewpoint right now. But you're hungry to go back, to that. Like I don't want a boss to work for. Like I saw like people talk about that EA job that got posted by ZFar. I was like, join the social team. I'm like, fuck no, I don't ever want to work for EA and you know, have somebody that's like breathing down my neck again. So it's so interesting, and that's why I'm so like questioning, because it's against everything I feel, and like the way that you love the grind of YouTube is the exact opposite of the part of YouTube that I love the grind of. So I'm just like befuddled, but I fucking love it, right? Because seeing like opposing viewpoints and hearing people and the way they enjoy the process, because the only way you're going to be successful in anything in life is by enjoying the process. Euro Dreams of Sushi, wow, I can't speak at all, taught me that Netflix, like, you just gotta love making the sushi, making the rice, making the whole thing and so like you try, and I try myself to do the part that I like, so that way I don't burn out on the part that I fucking hate. Because every time I do have to edit my own YouTube video, oh, I'm like, fuck this. I just wanna be done with this shit. Go, you know, play another game, go do whatever. So I like it. I really do like hearing your point of view on that, and it is interesting. I did expect this to be about Burnout with Madden when you originally came on, and how the game has taken you away, and how view numbers have kind of like been down across the board, like we said, since 20. And I you know, talk about the EA and their recent earnings call, where they only mentioned Madden for one sentence. And unlike FIFA, where they talked about FIFA players up 15%, like that kind of stuff, where they didn't offer any solid analytics on Madden, which leads me to be concerned, because, you know, generally for such a big franchise to not basically be given the same amount of time in their statement as like F1 is a little strange. So I don't know. I love it. I love hearing from you, Mike. Is there anything else that you want to say? I mean, about anything?
Not really. I don't really have anything else to say other than, you know, like I said, it's not like I lost my passion for YouTube or lost my passion for Madden. It's really just, you know, I really wanted to pursue this, and it's not that deep. Like I'm not like, you know, opposing someone else's viewpoint of, you know, how they like the game or how they, you know, like YouTube or whatever it may be. It's really just something very cut and dry, just very simple. And you know, I think there's a lot of insanely good creators in our community that don't get the recognition they deserve. Even like, I mean, I don't want to go down the list but I mean, like, I'm just gonna put you as an example. It is someone that, like, even though, you know, you're, you know, #1 on Twitch in the Madden community, it's like, you know, the amount of effort that you put on your stream and your videos compared to somebody else that's, you know, a prospective #1 or #2 or #3 in their community, you deserve the same amount of recognition as them, especially in an industry like, you know, where football is the main topic. And I just think that there's so many people in our community that do a really, really good job at this stuff, and they need to keep at it, and they'll eventually get the recognition that they deserve. And I think this industry is only going up. People are only going to get more views. I don't see a scenario in which this community dies. It's football. Football ain't going anywhere. And as bad as Madden is, people will always love football. There will always be new people introduced to the game every single year. And people don't want to hear this, but like this is what EA knows, is that the game will continue to grow, maybe not at the pace that, you know, some people might want, but everyone that's in this community that's making good content needs to just keep at it, and they'll get there.
Do you think the game's going in the right direction?
I don't know what you mean. Like, in certain aspects, absolutely not, but then in other aspects, you know, I don't necessarily hate it.
Like gameplay.
Like gameplay, it depends on what perspective I'm coming from. Am I coming from the perspective of making the best game to sell the most copies and to expand our game? I don't know. But if I'm talking about for me and the way I like the game to play, no, I don't like the way. There's a lot of things that I would change the way this game is. But there's also reason I know that EA won't change those said things, because if they do change those said things, it would not reward the new brand new players, and those players are the people that EA cares about.
Can you provide an example? Like I don't know exactly what you mean.
Like, this is probably gonna be so basic, but like drop picks. I know everyone like in a video game. I'm not even gonna say simulation, because we obviously know this is not.
Here's the thing. Before you go on, I just want to say I don't think new players want drop picks. I think
no, they
EA
don't
just
want drop
sucks.
picks, but they do want to be able to throw the football, and if they make a bad read, that pick can potentially be dropped. Subconsciously, they don't want to turn the ball over that much, and that's something that allows that to happen. And so I think that EA recognizes that, and that's why they put these little random like RNG factors in there, where it's like it's just random ass shit that just could potentially benefit someone that has, because right, if it's someone in this community that pretty much knows what they're doing, you're really never throwing into coverage. Like, if you're throwing into coverage, that means you made a mistake, right? And if you made a mistake in a video game, you should get punished for said mistake. I would love for every pick to get caught. I don't care if it's like a linebacker or a safety or a corner. I would love for every pick to be caught, because you're throwing into coverage, you're making a mistake. But EA knows that would make not only is this game a hard game to get into because it's just so complex, now if someone wants to throw a one-on-one ball up to DeAndre Hopkins against a decently good corner, right? If you're throwing up a one-on-one ball and the guy doesn't have, beat by a million miles, well, I think that should be picked, because that's a bad read. It's not a guaranteed thing in the sense of a video game. But EA knows that the new player is going to want to throw that, and that they're not going to want to be punished. So they're not going to have those drop picks. The main point of what I'm saying is that's a scenario where that's how EA is directing their game. They want their game to have drop picks. I don't want it to happen. So I don't like the way that game is going.
I don't know. Back in the day, drop picks were awful too, but like we're not talking about that. Okay, I don't necessarily agree with your fundamental point that EA wants the game to play that way. I just don't think they're good enough at making them catch the ball, and they kind of make it like, real ball physics and like dropping and everything. And I get it, it's simulation for them to drop, but I don't know. I don't necessarily like EA in the way they make the game. It's not necessarily all intentional. I see, the thing is, I want to bash EA at every opportunity, as you know. But the drop pick issue, I don't think that helps new players. I really don't. I don't think new players want to drop picks either. I don't get the conclusion.
If you've never played Madden before, and if you've never
played Madden before, that's why game sucks.
What?
If you never played Madden before and they drop the pick, game sucks. I'm moving back to Minecraft, right? Like I think it's an awful
but if
feeling.
You've never played Madden before
offense.
And you throw up a streak to, you're in Devontae Adams and it's picked off by a safety, you're like, what the fuck, man? This Devontae Adams, he's got to come away with that ball, man. It's a one-on-one ball. And so they're gonna, fuck this. This is realistic. I'm done. So the way that I think of it as, they're trying to make the game as random as possible for the new players, because that's going to be able to get them in. And I don't like that is the way that it's going, because it's not as competitive as I would like it, but I recognize that that's their strategy.
All right. I get you. I would disagree with the new players wanting it, but I see what you're saying about the bet. Like, I mean, that's simulation mode though, or that's what arcade mode is supposed to be. Just throw it up and have fun that way. Thanks, TubeSteak, for subbing. I do wanna ask you. So, like, what kind of lawyer are you gonna be? Like, what kind of law are you get into? Like, obviously, your YouTube experience is gonna help you, like, in your marketing and shit. You gonna start your own firm?
Well, I mean, starting your own firm right out of law school is kind of that's kind of hard.
Yeah,
I
obviously.
don't really think that's really
Yeah.
you really want to like get involved in the community of whatever type of field you're going to get into to build up a client base or partner with someone that already has something like that. But I mean, I don't know, like the main form of law that I've been interested in, and again, this is like, I'm so new to this scene. Obviously, I have a lot of experience with it because, you know, my family and I understand those industries, but some form of I would say probably like a defense attorney, like in the criminal side. I've always wanted to do, like, I don't know, I wanted to, not to say that all law that's not criminal law doesn't matter, but to me, criminal law does matter in scenarios, and I don't know, that's just something that's always interested me. It's something that I've always been, I don't know, just extremely intrigued about for a really long time, and that's where I could see myself in, you know, 10, 15 years. I could see myself doing something like that. Now, obviously,
you said defense, or offense? Which one are you taking?
I would do defense. I honestly, I think a defense attorney would be more like mentally stimulating for me, rather than like a type of prosecution. But yeah, that's honestly probably what I would look into. But again, if I'm getting into some sort of criminal law, I don't know if I would. You sometimes you can't really choose when you first start. You just kind of you're given the job that you know, whether it's a public defender or a prosecutor, you work for the prosecutor's office or whatever it may be. I just want to get my foot in the door in something like that. And I mean, obviously, like my brother's getting into IP law. I've considered that because that's a lot to do with, you know, technology in the online space. But honestly, I kind of don't want to do anything with the online space. But you know, I'm still.
I got the perfect job for you. Perfect job. I gotta blow your mind when I say this. You're gonna be like, "Whoa, holy shit!" All right, after law school,
yeah,
you get out. True crime podcast. Boom. You can free Britney, but whoever the next Britney is. So like, you're like a defense, but you're also creating content off of it. I just fucking solved your entire life. How does that feel, dude?
It feels
you feel
great.
like a wave of refreshment come over you,
now
where you're like, oh my god, yeah. You're now fully aware of the universe.
I mean, it's perfect. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on cloud 9 right now.
I knew that this channel saves lives. You guys saw it live. It's incredible. All right. Back to Madden. So I don't know. New players, whatever. They just want people to play their fucking game, and they see numbers declining. They see it. Creators see the issue too, with our numbers stagnating over years and slightly going down, and other games are going wild, right? You mentioned earlier about good Madden creators not getting the same love as other players in other communities. Like, the MLB community popped off this year. MLB creators are like, oh, this shit's easy. It's because their game went well. Like the number of people actually playing the game. Like, you can be the best content creator on shit nobody cares about, and ain't nobody gonna watch you.
Yeah.
You could be a shit content creator on a game everybody plays, like a freemium mobile game, and you're gonna get tons of views because there's so many people interested in that content, interested in that game. They just need stuff to pass their time, whether, you know, learning about their favorite game or just enjoying their favorite game's content. But like, with that said, with creators going well and going bad, Madden, you said, can't go away. It's always going to be going forward. Always, you know, more people with football. But they've killed mobile, right? Madden Mobile we already witnessed guys blow up on it when it was a huge game, and now the Madden Mobile EA stream with drops, like, gets fewer viewers than I do a lot of days. With drops they got too. So like, I don't know if I believe you that this shit's gonna stay around forever. Like, they've already proven they can fuck up.
Yeah, I guess
the most popular fucking platform with the most popular fucking sport in America, and nobody plays it anymore, right? Randy Moss, he said, costs $1,000 just for the card if you want to buy him. He's not auctionable, right? They don't have auctionable. Like, they could easily fuck this shit up.
Yeah.
Like, so like, I don't necessarily like agree with that point either.
Well, I'll clarify, because yeah, no, you know, there's still potential that, you know, it could lose a lot of its viewership. I'm just saying that because we're in an industry where our game is built off of football, in one way or another, there will always be like something there for us to work off of. Whether it's stream, make ebooks, post YouTube videos, advertise other content on like that. It will always be here in one way or another. That's really all I was saying. Not so much that, you know, we'll always have great views or whatever it may be. It's just that, you know, we are lucky enough to where our game, it works with football. Whereas, you know, you could have another game like, I don't want to pick, but another random game that is not directly locked with something that is forever. I mean, I'm not gonna say football's forever, but I mean, football's. I sure shit hope it's forever. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What you're saying, what you said is correct. What you said is definitely correct. EA can definitely fuck this up, and they can definitely fuck it up a lot. But
yeah,
if EA fucks it up so much, who's to say that another company doesn't come in and make a better game? You know what I'm saying? Because
so we got 2K on the horizon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just football's there, and that's what's beautiful about what we do, is because football will always be there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there, and we can always switch over to, like, you know, franchise simulation or something.
Sure, exactly. Or NCAA.
Hey, perks, merc, or what?
Or like NCAA, or like the
yeah, NCAA's coming out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be exciting future.
Yeah.
You're getting out right before NCAA drops. Perks, mercs, appreciate the gift, man. Hey, no problem. Glad to have gifted yesterday too. Madden community, the only community that does ebooks. All right, just if you guys don't know anything, can you not type in chat? Mods, can you time that guy out? NBA 2K does ebooks, dog. There's a big controversy about 2K doing ebooks. If you guys are speaking out of your ass, please don't speak at all. It's the least noob-friendly game. Is he responds actually a valid point. Madden's skill gap is one of knowledge a lot of times, and noobs hate that. How do you know you don't regret it and you aren't involved? Wait, what are you talking about? Never thought of it like that. Good stuff, Mike. Look at Skimbo. Look at him. So
what a great man with a great first name.
The Mike love. Madden will never step in the right direction without direct competition to its player base, such as another football franchise. I don't know. Man, it's tough. I think, like, what do you think about EA now, right? The release of the cards, right? The upping of the gunslinger. Do you think it was on purpose they gave them bad throw power yesterday for Mahomes, so that way they can, like, say we're listening to you and give them better throw power today, or was it an actual mess up? And then, like, the Trubisky card, the fullback with the dive card. Do you think EA's listening now better than ever to the community, or is it worse?
Like, better than ever? No. But are they listening in certain scenarios that are very easy to listen in, and that involve little to no effort to make a lot of people happy? Yes, I think that they're doing a great job at that. Like, I mean, is it really that hard to take a hilarious meme moment that happens in the NFL and give a 87 overall card? Like, is that really that hard to do? Like, no, but it satisfies a lot of people, and it's hilarious. It's fun. It's a fun little thing to do. I don't think EA is really listening to us that much. I would say a lot of the people who work on the Madden Ultimate Team content team are trying their very best to listen. But like, you know, you and me both know, there's so many fucking layers of people that ideas and things have to go through to where someone could listen, another person could listen, and then another person could listen. But then that next guy goes, it's a dumb idea. and then it's done. So
screw it. Yeah.
I'll give him some credit, but it's like, you know, I don't know. Not that much.
I get you. Yeah. Madden is getting better at a snail's pace. I will say, like, the gameplay team, I think, has gotten a lot better at listening to us. Like, these patches this year, getting rid of delay fades. I mean, I know it took them a long time, but, like, they got rid of a lot of, like, the stuff that was actually really bad with the game. Now, obviously, zones need perking up still again. But, like, I don't know. It definitely feels like the gameplay team is starting to listen more to the problems with the game now and actually balancing it a little bit better. Like, what do you feel? I think this is the only point in my Madden career where I am like, wow, I'm actually like when Madden 18 dropped, or was it when Madden 20 dropped, and I saw the first week of what the game was gonna be, I literally said to myself, I can't believe I have to play this game for an entire year. When I saw the first
and
week,
it was more than a year.
What was effective? Yeah, it was. You're right.
It was
more than
the 13-month Madden.
That's
what I called it.
Yeah, 13-month Madden. Like, but with 22, like, I'm like, oh wow, he's got some fucked up shit in here. But like, I I feel like they're doing better. I'm actually positive about the future of this franchise. As weird as that, like, more than ever before. Is that weird?
No, that's good. That's you want to be positive. I'm not gonna lie. Being negative about the future of your job, that sounds like a terrible path to be down. I'm not gonna lie. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I think the gameplay. I don't know. I probably have a bad opinion about the gameplay. I honestly wish the gameplay played exactly like it did at launch, but the delay fades were gone. Just give me launch gameplay, but no delay fades, and then we're chilling.
Cover 2 was awful at launch. You literally couldn't call it.
Cover 2 is not good now. Cover 2 is if you have a sideline streak, I mean, it's a touchdown.
Is it back?
I mean, yeah. If
sideline streaks.
If you have a sideline streak, even against a 30 flat, that shit's gone. Unless they move the safety.
30 flats run into him. 30 flats run into him now. That's why they're not gone.
I don't know what game you're playing, but no.
All right. Let me finish this pack shit. I'm going to practice mode right now.
Yeah.
God, my shit runs into the 30 flats now.
You won't be able to.
And
test
it's been running like that since 2 patches ago.
The lovely gameplay team doesn't have zone drops in practice mode.
Oh, that's a good point. That might be bad for practice mode.
You'd have to go in the current gen,
right.
but yeah.
Let me try cover 2 trips, and we'll do that. Being negative about the future job, probably a terrible path to be on. True. You die hero, you live long enough to see become the villain. EA. I mean, if EA lost the rights, okay, if EA lost the rights in 05 and 2K bought them out instead of EA, would EA's Madden franchise be revered?
I don't know,
Mike.
I think people just hate everything. I'll be honest with you. I think if it was 2K, people would be like, "Fuck 2K, give me EA. EA's gonna do a much better job." It's just people just hate everything.
Yeah. I mean,
zones are. Okay,
it's a good point. Like, are there any good games out right now?
Yeah. Well, it depends on what you like. I think. Okay, who is it? Was it Tfue that said every game? It was something to the effect of like every game is bad if you play it a ton, because like you recognize all the flaws in it. I think
that's been said by a lot of people, but yeah, okay.
He had like a viral tweet. Someone in the chat's got to know what I'm talking about. I mean, there's good games out. I mean, it all depends of what you categorize as good, but like, I think Apex Legends is a pretty good game. I think this new Halo seems pretty good. I haven't played it a ton, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Warzone, to the right person, I think it's a pretty good game. Honestly, I don't think Madden's a great game because it's just so hard to satisfy the people that want the simulation, but then also people that want like an arcade type game. You had that shit wide open, pass lead outside. Yeah, but this is how Cover 2 should play against 4 verts, right? This guy should be shit, right? Like, how does he play that wrong? Well, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is like the Cover 2 4 verts against Cover 2 is like the exact like defensive counter IRL. I'm just saying, like, I would run a scheme where I would have a fade on the outside against a 30 flat, and unless the guy moved his safety a billion yards to the outside, I mean, it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown every time. That's what Cover 2 is supposed to play like, though. I don't understand the problem. Well, I didn't say there was a problem. I'm just saying that's how it was in the beginning of the game, and that's still how it is now. No. Beginning of the game, the safety would drift to the center of the field. It was like whenever you rolled out, like inside quarters. No, they don't. What are you talking about? The top two safeties. Look at them drift towards the inside. That's why they're open. That's why it's harder. It's because he has to cover 2 guys. It's because he's got 2. Because he's in a mismatch. That's all it is, right? I've got to touchdown to triangle or square here. You can't call cover 2 against 4 verts. Unless you got Myles Garrett on your fucking squad. Okay, I think we're just arguing 2 different points. I'm not saying you can call cover 2 against 4 verts. All I said was that a streak on the outside against cover 2 against 30 flats is a touchdown most times. That's all I was saying. Oh, it should be a touchdown though. 30 flats? 30 flats are not a deep quarter though. I should be able to torch 30 flats with a streak. Yeah, but if it's a cover 2 and there's 1 streak on the outside and no other deep routes on the entire field, that deep half safety shouldn't be drifting inside, and it does. Let's try it. Let's try it. Oh, fuck you, Garrett. God damn it. Listen, man, let's try it like this. All right, double Garrett. You were getting block running back. Absolutely screamed at.
I know, practice mode's freaking wild.
All
right, roll out. Oh, I shouldn't have rolled out there. He made the play. I'm gonna not roll out this next play. All right, roll out, block, drag, flat.
I mean,
all right, here it is. No other deep routes. Not gonna roll out this time. See how he plays them.
And also, I was talking about the old school fade, by the way.
But is the old school fade the which one are you talking? The one with the bump at the start, or the one that fades out? Because there's two old school fades.
Yeah,
right
the one that fades outside.
The one that well, that one's specifically meant to beat players to the outside and cover 2.
Listen, man,
right?
I got out of this industry, so I didn't have to talk about cover 2, cover 3, fucking palms. I don't give a fuck. At the beginning
of the year, the deep safety moved to the freaking hashes. No, it's not the same. It plays way better than the beginning.
Okay.
Overruled.
How are we in a scenario? Just realize that we are living in a simulation where you are arguing in support of the gameplay and I am arguing against it. In what world is this happening?
Dog, I don't know, but I like to argue things that are actually broke. Like, the beginning of the year, that fucker played basically the right sideline. He was staring at cheerleaders and some shit. Nah, dog. Dude, you're right. This is fucking bizarro world. What happened? Did the world actually end with the Mayans correct? But anyways. Yeah, well, Mike, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got a lot of studying to do. Any last things? Like I loved hearing about your, thought about the future of Madden and stuff and how you don't think it's for you. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling that same way. What do you think Madden can do?
I think they need to continue to really work on, honestly, franchise mode. And I think they need to continue to make that better, give us more options of what we can do. I don't know. Like, I want to say work on Ultimate Team, but I don't know. Just the way Ultimate Team works is, like, you just really have to be locked in on that mode so much. And if you take, 2 months off of Ultimate Team, good luck coming back and not spending any money. I mean, you're going to have to drop a bag if you want to be competitive after not playing for 2 months. So I would just say focus on franchise mode and the simulation aspect of football, because I think that's where you can reach the most amount of people. I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, we talk about me?
What?
Wait, can you re-say that again? Sorry, I kind of got lost there. Focus on the franchise. Are you talking about EA?
Yeah. I thought you asked me what could EA do to help Madden, and I said focus.
And you think focusing on franchise as an Ultimate Team player? Wow, stabbed in the back, dog.
I'm just telling you how it is. I'm telling you what I think they could do to get the most amount of people to play their game. People like Ultimate Team is great, but it's like the die-hard mode, and I think it's very hard to get a lot of people to play the mode. I do. I mean, that's just what I think.
I mean, it's the biggest mode. FIFA doesn't even have a fucking franchise mode. Their biggest mode is their Ultimate Team.
Yeah, but I could be wrong on this, but hasn't Madden kind of been established as like the franchise game? Like that's kind of what it was like brought up on and what
it was back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I feel like FIFA, and again, I could be wrong, but FIFA was never really like a franchise type game. Like people I always knew that played FIFA either played FUT or played like pro clubs or something like that.
Yeah, I played FIFA franchise back in the day. I played Madden franchise back in the day. But you're not wrong. The Madden franchise has a lot more. It's because Madden blew up. Like, back when the only game mode was franchise. And then FIFA overtook it. And, like, the main game mode at that point became FUT. And so everybody played FUT because that's what's getting the love. But, like, and that's, like, a generality. That's not perfect. But regardless, interesting that you say focus on franchise for Madden. Because I think what they need to do is just make fucking draft free again and put more effort into that, like refresh draft. They need to do a lot more of that kind of casual stuff to bring people into like playing it, because like draft rewards getting nerfed really fucking hurt a lot of this game.
I would second that. That's a good idea. I think making draft better, putting all updated cards, so essentially you can play Ultimate Team without really having to pay anything, and you can get good rewards. Yeah, no, I second that. That's a good idea. I think Madden was at its best. You could even argue Ultimate Team wise when draft was at its best.
100% agree. I couldn't agree more. I love it. Let's go. Any final words for the stream or any final questions stream for Mike before we let him go on to his and you're always welcome back, Mike, right? But I hope this isn't the last time we talk Madden ever. Oh, I got one more thing.
Okay.
Kind of like this isn't really related to you so much, but it kind of is. Like you mentioned coins earlier. The coin game is brutal this year, huh?
Yeah. EA's really cracking down, and making it to where, I mean, I could get into the specifics, but we probably don't want me to do that.
Nah, let's stay out of the weeds. But yeah, they're cracking down a lot on I think a lot of the botting websites and stuff too, right?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into the specifics of it, but for a lot of websites, it's been rough. Understandably so. I mean, they're literally, you know, when you buy coins, you violate the terms of service. Like, I don't give a fuck, but you're violating the terms of service. So you can't expect this type of thing to last forever. Like, EA is obviously going to get rid of it eventually. It's just, you know, us as a community and the people that, you know, promote these types of websites, we sure should hope that was later rather than sooner, I guess.
Yeah, it is interesting because like I love Rock Bottom because they like buy and sell coins, and people have told me like they've helped pay for college. Nobody's ever said they've helped pay for law school by selling coins, but they've said college before. So I always thought like it was really cool with the websites and buying and selling to each other, and basically the secondary market helping out. Like you can either make money off Madden or spend money off Madden. So it was like a yin and a yang depending on what you wanted to do with it. So yeah, it is tough, like the coin game this year, and I like how they're cracking down more on bots. We see Field Ghoul talk on Twitter that she's gotten rid of all the shit off the leaderboards and stuff. So, but anyways, wait, 333 says, what does Mac want to say he achieved as a lawyer in the end?
Oh my
God,
God,
that's a big question.
That is a deep question. I don't know. I'm not there yet. I don't know. You're asking me in the end, so when I retire, which is like what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be 60. So like what I will have wanted to do in the next 40 years, I don't know. Fuck. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the answer I have for you. I have no idea. I have not thought that far ahead.
It's a good answer. That's a good answer, dude. Free cards all over. Yeah, the free cards and that's definitely made it a lot easier. You don't see as many coin transactions because EA's made it very easy to get a good team just by grinding for the Nats. Yeah, they've cleaned up the even the squads leaderboard got cleaned up. Holy crap.
It is funny seeing all the bots get cracked down on. That is kind of hilarious.
I love it, dude. This is so crazy. Huh, I really didn't think EA would go and do it, but shout out to Field Ghoul for cracking them.
I mean, it couldn't have been that hard, right? I mean, it should have been super obvious.
I have no fucking clue about.
Yeah,
it was obvious to me. Yeah, obviously.
It should have been just dummy obvious. I don't know. It's like.
Yeah, but how do you prevent it going forward? I think was the biggest question, right? Like you could keep banning them, but you got to keep doing it. Like how do you set your parameters? But like they've falsely banned so many people, which is the worst.
Yeah, that I remember that in the beginning. That was tough.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Okay, since I'm not even really a YouTuber anymore, I could say this. A lot of people that were saying, you know, oh, I'm falsely banned, like, bro, no the fuck you weren't. You would go onto your PC, you would hook up a macro, and you would have the fucking field goal shit kick for yourself, and then go put your account back on PlayStation and go, oh, it's falsely banned. No the fuck you weren't. You can't do that. You can't do that. Okay? That's not what's gonna happen. You cannot have a computer get to level 50 for you and then claim you were falsely banned, bro. If you're gonna take the chance to do that, you just gotta own that shit like a man.
Yeah. You know what's funny? So people did that during early access. Like you see the guys hit level 50 during early access.
Yeah.
Like so they botted it. A lot of them got banned because of that. But guess where they got banned in Madden 21? Because somewhere they said, hey, this account's botting, and we're gonna ban them. And EA Services banned them. They sent them an email saying you've been banned, but there was Madden 21 because apparently I don't know. It was like during the Madden 21 year, and I guess Madden 22 hadn't officially launched yet. So they should have been banned in 22 when they botted, but they basically got a get out of jail free card for a lot of guys doing that.
That is insane.
I laughed so hard.
I was always so confused because people were always like, because I'm always trying to find like the fastest way to do it. And so when I was doing it, I was throwing a really quick slant, right? I was just throwing a really quick slant, and that was an easy thing to do. Like, and that was for a while there. And then there was the QB kneel thing or whatever. That was the fastest way, I'm pretty sure. And you knocked out passing yards, whatever. But then people kept saying, you know, a lot of, you know, I'm not gonna name anybody, but people kept saying, oh, just kick your field goals, kick your field goals, kick your field goals. And I was thinking to myself, that's not faster. Like, why would you kick field goals? And then it like clicked in my head, oh, he's just got a fucking macro on his PC and he's just clicking A every 3 seconds and then down 2 times on the D-pad and then B. Like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. That's why they're saying to do that.
Yeah. And EA needs to get rid of XP for repeatable solos and only make it so that way.
I'm just going to say, if they do that, they got to give us opportunities to actually get real-life XP. Because I know what EA would do is they would get rid of that and then not give us any opportunity to get XP.
You have to, well, obviously you have to rebalance it around the ability not to do that. Yeah, truly. But yeah, they need to get rid of that going forward. That shit's so annoying. Because guys will have, like, George Kittle day 3. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
literally.
How that? Because they had it running the previous 2 nights.
I spent an absurd amount of time, you know, working on souls, and I didn't even have that shit until like two weeks or so, 2 or 3 weeks after the game came out, and I spent what I thought was a lot of time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's money making for some with macros to level up, collect rewards, sell the coin. Yeah, that's what happened in 21. People were macroing the solos for the level rewards, buying the level. That's why we lost level packs for like good coins. Because people were doing that, macroing and selling the coins. It is what it is, but like this community, I am very proud with our ability to find loopholes in EA systems. I think that's one of the greatest thing about this community is that like if EA puts some fuck shit out, we fuck shit up.
I remember when EA was banning people for doing the loopholes. They took all the training off someone's account, and I was like, damn, these guys, they don't give a fuck. They're tyrants.
Yeah, I think like they banned us. I remember there was a loophole in like 17, and the community freaked out because it was stupid, right? It was something in EA's game, and they made them a fucking mistake. So at least going forward, like when they fuck up, they don't ban us. But like if you're out here desyncing people, they'll ban you. But but at least like EA's learned, hey, don't abuse the community because we do something in game, right? Like. Somebody like wasn't there a loophole? What was the downgrade loophole earlier this year with like a training? If you did some solos, you could downgrade a person over and over.
You would like downgrade a player and you would get the full amount of like training back and then
and
that didn't cost anything to upgrade or something to that effect.
Yeah, and so like somebody just like downgraded like once or twice. People even reached out to me. They got all their training taken away, like every single cent. Like if they downgraded it during that time period. They got all their shit taken away, and people were like, yeah, I didn't even know this was going on. And you know how much you can believe people or whatever, but because I've been misled before on that shit. But it is funny that like people like that had no clue what's going on still got all their fucking training wiped because EA's fuckery.
Yeah, if EA fucks up, there's just no fucking scenario in which they should then punish the people for that. Like even if someone's exploiting that, it's like, bro, you messed up. Like you should not ban someone for capitalizing on your mistake. Like this America, bro.
And the great thing about like loopholes is like I love how fun they are. Like that's like the best time in months. Like it's so exciting when we're all like, you know, it's like Christmas morning. Everybody's so excited. We're all like fucking making cash. We're all I don't know, counting it up. We're all doing it. It's like it brings the community together. We're all so fucking happy. It's like the best times in months are when we have loopholes.
I remember it was at Madden 20 where you could get a free Mike Vick in the Christmas promo. Was that it? Was that Madden 20? Or was that 19?
That might have been 19. It was in that region though, yeah.
I remember when I got that, I was like, holy, because I was like, there's no way I was going to be able to get Mike Vick because I was like, I'm not spending money on this game right now. And then I got the Mike Vick and I was like, oh my God, like I got Mike Vick. And it was like a joyous moment.
Yeah. That might even be 18 because I would have been full time in 19.
I think it was 19 because I think I did it in the Madden house, and I think that was 19.
Was it 19? The free Mike Vick?
I think it was. Again, I could be wrong. My memory's not the greatest.
Did I go full time before 19 or 20? People are saying 19. It was 19. If people are saying 19, yeah, did I go full time before 20 then? 2021, 20. I thought it was 9. I have to go back and look at my own YouTube videos. Yeah, the free Randy Moss was fun too.
Yeah.
It's in the EA terms of service. All right, something time out BX Blackout. Do you understand how vague the EA terms of service are? BX, they could literally ban you for being in the Twitch chat right now. That's how vague it is. Like, shut the fuck up. Mods, punish that guy and punish him hard. Ask Mike where he wants to go to law school. Where do you want to go for law school?
Honestly, I don't. I mean, I have some ideas, but you know, there's some schools in St. Louis, Missouri, and I think it really just depends on what type of score I get. You know what I mean? If I'm out here, you know, if I can get a 170, like fuck, I mean, I could go anywhere. But I mean, it all just
could you loophole them with all your Madden skills?
If I can find a way to glitch them and get a better,
glitch out. I want to see that. I want to see that YouTube video. I glitched out the L stat and I got the perfect score.
I'd probably get like fucking reviewed or something like that. That would be hilarious. I glitched out the LSAT to get how I glitched the LSAT to get into X law school. There we go. That's it. We found it. We found it. 150K views. It's my comeback.
YouTube Mike's on his way back.
Oh man,
that's great. All right, take it easy, dude. Yeah, hopefully this isn't the last time we talk, but
it won't be.
I'll be
involved. I'll be here.
Hell yeah, on to greener pastures for you. Don't be a stranger. Take care, dude. I'll miss it, man. Miss your no money spent. I'll miss pointing to you as the no money spent king when people ask me.
Hey, someone's gotta take. Hey, someone's gotta take that role, right? I mean, if I'm not doing my no money spent, chat. That's an opportunity right there. It's easy. You don't have to spend any money on the game.
And yeah, and there's a lot of interest in it.
There's a lot. My series every year got like 10 million views. And it's easy. You don't have to spend any money on the game. No, like, do it. Someone can do it.
Well, the editing is not easy.
Yeah, but again, like I said, you just, you know, pay someone to do that. Well, that might cost money, but
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you got the hours and the time and the grind mindset, true grinders. All right, Mike, take it easy, bud.
All right.
It was fun. It was fun grinding with you for these few years. The game won't be the same without our Mike.
You're right. It'll be better.
Peace out, my man.
All right. See ya.